Hi, my name is Susan Mentrak. I am the studio manager at the Massillon Museum of Art and History. I'm here to show you how to make this little guy. This guy is made out of Sculpey, but today I'll be showing you how to make it out of clay. So we are going to make Bernard here. Bernard, the name Bernard means to cajole or to encourage. And so we're going to make these little affirmation attribute adjective gnomes. And so what I was thinking of was these could go into, the kids could take them and hide them either in the house or the classroom or out in the neighborhood, and they could write little affirmation or kindness words and adjectives for people to find. You will find in your supplements a guide. I photographed step by step, broke it down how to make the Sculpey version of this. So to start, you will get a wad of clay, and you want it to be about the size of a large Super Ball, if you remember. So, or like a golf ball size, maybe a little bit smaller than a golf ball. And you'll do a ball, and then you're going to start pinching one side. So you're making like a cone. See that? And I'm going to roll, only putting pressure on that one side, but not too hard. If I push too hard, it's going to get bumpy, like that. See, there's a bump. So you want to tell the kids to be real gentle on one side. Okay. And so you don't want too pointy, but rounded. Okay. So we got this shape. Next, we take a paintbrush, and we're going to delineate the line of his hat, and you're just going to press lightly to get a line, and you're going to roll that over, and now it looks like an ice cream cone. You got like an ice cream cone shape. Okay. Now I'm going to I'll do it sideways so you can see. We're going to do the mushing down of where his eyes and where his beard. So I have this, so how it goes flat. So I take my two thumbs and go in the middle like eye sockets. My fingernails are underneath that line of the hat, and I'm going to rock it back a little bit and push down. Okay, so now you have, it looks like that. Now we don't want it to fall over, so you're going to push up just a little bit. Push down. So now you have his beard area. You'll take a fork, and you can make lines. I think in the handout I made the nose first, but I found it's easier to do the lines of the beard first before putting the nose on. Okay, and then you want to smooth any of the rough edges. Okay, now he needs a little nose. So you're going to just take a little tiny piece of clay, actually, unless you want a big nose. Then you take a little bit more clay. And because this is kiln-fired clay, stoneware clay, I have to score and slip. So I have to scratch a little bit on the nose part, or creating more surface area. And scratching there. And then I'm going to take some slip. It's liquid clay. Dab it on both places. I'm going to put it, this is where the fine motor skills come in. All right, so now he's got his nose. And then you're going to take a pencil on the eraser part, and you're going to make his eyes. Next is whether you want to decide, I have these little stamps that have letters. Now the problem is they're wide, and this guy's kind of small, so I will not get the whole word of brave onto the back, or I'll just get part of it. And I'll show you what I mean. So if you can see there, I didn't get, you can kind of see it. The alternative of what you can do is, I'll make another one. You can, well, I'll smooth it out. You can have the kids carve, write with pencil, and they can write the attribute word, either like brave or kind. Brave, spell brave. Maybe have them make a list of words ahead of time. So you could do it that way. You can have them write in Sharpie, which is what I did on the Sculpey ones. Now, after you fire these, you could just have them write with Sculpey and decorate the bottom. For the ceramic ones, you could fire them to be bisque fire, and just do the single fire, and then have them paint them with acrylic, or you can go and do the glaze. It just, whatever you guys want to do, how much time your class has. I would think with the bisque fire and the acrylic, it would still be pretty waterproof. It'd be fine to be outside. Even the Sculpey ones, I'm getting clay all over it, if you paint them, after you bake them, and then paint them with acrylic, they're probably fine outside as well. How you paint them, you'll want to discuss with your class whether you want them to be easily found, and so you would use like pink and bright colors, or maybe you want them to be more like nature or blend in, and maybe even a pattern on its hat or camouflage. I thought about, like, this guy is green, but I could have like painted a camouflage, and then he'd be a little more tricky to find. It all depends on what you want to do. I'm going to make several of them, and just so you have examples, they all have different personalities, just like the kids. Some could have really long hats, so you're going to make a skinny one, so you just keep rolling that out. Look at that. All right. And then we're going to just turn that, make it a little cube. Little Q. I'm going to smooth out the cracks I got going there. And again, I'm going to push down. Oh, I didn't do his hat thing. I forgot that. Let's delineate the hat. I'm going to smooth that down. And I'm going to make his little beard. Got some dry clay in there. make a little, his nose. Remember to score and slip if you're using ceramic clay. Now, if you're using, I'll show you in the Sculpey clay. That is different. Get his eyes. So that's a different one compared to the others. But let me show you with the Sculpey. That's kind of different than the ceramic clay. And there are a couple points I want to show. Wipe my hands off. So with Sculpey, or any polymer clay, I use Sculpey. This is the white, the regular original Sculpey, and it comes in a pound, you know, in the blocks like this. I just grab a big hunk. This is probably too big, so a hunk like that. Sometimes it's hard, so you might need to help the child work the clay. Again, another circle. And we're going to so you're making this kind of movement with the clay. And again, it's a little firmer, so it's a little easier, I think, to work with than the ceramic clay. It holds its shape a little bit easier. Okay, so we're going to delineate the hat. All right. My hat's a little dirty because of the clay, but that will be painted over, not a problem. Okay, so I'm going to push down on his eyes, and this is the part that's a little bit different. Since it's Sculpey, we cannot slip and score. I'm going to make the hat just a little thinner. That way it will cook all the way through when you bake it in the oven. So you've got his little beard, and putting the nose on is slightly different because we don't slip and score on Sculpey. You're going to take your little ball. Now this is where the kids can make different noses. You're going to take a round ball, but you're going to pinch just a little bit out, because that's what you need to mush. So you have that little point that's outside of the ball right there, and you're going to flatten that, and you need to mix that in. Otherwise it will fall off. It will not stick to each other. You have to blend it together. Now you could make the nose flat and push down with your thumb like that, and then you have a flat spot. Kids can shape their nose either round or more like a pig nose there, whatever they want Bernard to look like. I'm going to add more texture for a beard by just pushing in with the fork. And so that's how you attach a nose with Sculpey. And where's my, give him some eyes. There. I'll make another Sculpey one. Make a big one. The Massillon Museum offers a variety of classes and workshops for all ages in the ceramics studio. Teachers are also able to schedule ceramics activities at the museum or add on art activities to the tour. Here's the email address. It's tours, TOURS, at maslinmuseum.org, or call 330-833-4061 to learn more. All right, let's finish making this little guy. I think you get the idea of Bernard. But the kids just, I'm originally from Westerville, and there's a potter there that makes these things, these little guys. And the kids love them. They find them all over uptown Westerville. And they like giving them away. They like finding them. Here in one of the local schools, Jackson Township, their high school does a similar thing with rocks. They paint rocks. I'm sure other schools do that too, and they hide them in the community. So this Bernard has a big beard. Okay. Boop. 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 So each kid could probably, I would say, in a half an hour, you can make about 5 or 6 little Bernards. Boop. Boop. And he's all ready to cook in the oven. I think it's, I cook them at 225 or 230 for a half an hour because the things are thick. If the beards, now there might be a problem. If the beards are too thin, they might burn a little bit. So set your oven a little lower, like at 225, 230. It says on the box, I believe on the box it says, it says 275. I've always done it lower, just so if sometimes it burns and it will get all brown on the edges. You can paint over that, but it just makes it easier. If you avoid that to begin with. Okay, thank you.